Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, folks? What's up? Oh, Bake, thanks for the raid. What's up, Lucas Likes Monster Munch? What's up, Riley H? What's up, Tasmagore? What's up, Willie B 812? What's up, R Dust Corrupt? What's up, Brandon Clarinet? Do you play the clarinet, Brandon? I love it. What's up, Harvey at Law? Harvey Birdman. What's up, Geisterhund? What's up, French Roast? What's up, Thick Diane? What's up, New Navy CB? What's up, Archimedes Larson? What's up, Geisterhund? I think I already said that one. What's up? What anybody else said? Angry Bee. How's it going? Thank you for following Our Dust Corrupt. What's up, Confused Laughter? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, welcome to Stopgap Stand-Up. This is the Thursday night stand-up comedy show we do here on this channel. Hey, thank you, Bake, for the cheer. Wonderful. Appreciate you. We're having a great time. We're going to have a great time at this show. What is this show? What is this that we're doing? Well, I love stand-up comedy. I love doing stand-up comedy. I have many, many friends who love doing stand-up comedy, and we all miss it very badly. We haven't been able to do it in months, or nearly a year. We've all been cooped up inside. I've done stand-up live literally one time in the last year, and then we had a surge in Los Angeles, and it was no longer possible to do it. It was an outdoor show, and then things just got too hectic, so we haven't been able to do it. And so I'm doing a live stand-up comedy show right here on Twitch in order to get the sillies out, in order to see some of my favorite comics and bring them to you folks, to the Twitch stream. So that's what we're doing. Thank you for being here. Stand-up is so fun, Jika. I agree. I agree with you about that. It has been another week, Danny Farkle. Agger 1983, welcome. No problem, Mardust Corrupt. It's fine if you want to go. Here's how we do the show, okay? In a few minutes, I am going to post a link to a Zoom room in yonder chat. When I do, you are welcome to join the room and be a part of the live audience to laugh at all the comics who will be coming up tonight. And we need your laughter. We need those happy laugh sounds. Without live laughter, there is no live stand-up comedy. It does not exist. It's just talking to yourself in a mirror. So we need you there. If you don't want to join the Zoom room, you do not have to. You can just watch on Twitch and enjoy the show that way as well. And type lol, ruffle, rotful, ROTFL, rotflol. You can type those things in the side. That's totally fine. But if you are able to join us in the Zoom room, we would love you if you could. So here are the rules of that situation. When you join, please stop your video. We do not want to see you. We don't want to see your face, okay? We just want to hear your lovely voice. We also, rule number 2, don't want to hear any sounds other than laughter. We don't want you to talk. We don't want you to sing. We don't want you to make any other sounds. Comedy club rules. No heckling. Just laugh. That's the only kind of sound we want. And rule number 3, if there's any other sound in your background, if the dishwasher explodes and spills suds all over your floor and your husband walks through and slips and bangs his head, he goes, I'm bleeding, and the dog runs over and starts licking the wound because the dog's hungry, instead of helping, he's like, no, it burns. Hit mute so that we don't have to hear it because it would disrupt the show. And then go help your goddamn husband would be my advice to you. So those are the 3 rules. Number 1, no video. Number 2, no sounds other than laughter. Number 3, if you're in a noisy environment, please mute yourself. I can mute you if I have to, but I prefer not to. I prefer you do it yourself. Are we good with those rules? Are we good with those? I'm sure you all said yes. I'm sure you out loud in your own apartments said yes. So here I'm going to copy the link, and you are welcome to join. So when you join, stop video and mute yourself for the moment. Mute yourself as you come in. The link is in the chat. You can join. You can join us now. The Lana Bean, thank you for understanding the rules. Well, then please come join us in the Zoom room. Please come join. The link is in the chat. We got some folks filtering in. I love to see it.
Zoom room.
Zoom room. Mute yourself for now. And as you're coming in, please make sure that you're in speaker view and not in gallery view. Speaker view and not in gallery view. And if you know how to do that. Oh, we got a nice turnout in the Zoom room today. This is great. Couple more folks, you're welcome to join us. Thank you, the Zach Man, for saying I make everything wonderful. Here's the link one more time if you folks need it. Welcome. Thank you, Amanda, for turning off your video. And keep yourself muted for now, everybody. We'll get the show started in just a moment, all right? So, and thank you for being all down with the for being all down with with the rules. God, I'm sorry. I'm exhausted today. I'm very tired. But, sometimes you just got to live with it and do stand-up comedy even if you're tired. It's a very vivid scene I've painted. Thank you. You guys seem a little bit maybe there's a little bit of a lag between what I'm saying and the chat. That happens. You're going to want to mute, obviously, the Twitch in the background, too. Okay, so we're going to get the show on the road. Here's what we're going to do. Folks, you're here in the Zoom room. I'm going to leave this space. I'm going to go off stage. And when I go off stage, I want you to unmute yourselves. And then when I return, I'm going to introduce myself in the Voice of God mic. And when I return, I want you to give me a big round of applause. Give me a big ol' hoot and holler like you're at the comedy. We're gonna make it feel like the fucking Brea Improv in here, okay? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? I'm leaving. All right. Feel free to unmute yourself. Yes, thank you. Everyone's unmuting. Terrific. Yes, they're all unmuting. Thank you. All right, here we go. Ready to begin. Folks, please welcome to the stage, Adam Conover. Wonderful. Yes, thank you so much. My God, that felt like real applause. That felt real to me. Did it feel real to you?
Woo! Yeah.
Oh, my God, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to contribute your laughs to our live comedy show. We need you here this evening. I'll make you make one more sound altogether. Are you excited for a wonderful live comedy show this evening? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes. We need it. We have to have it. The comedians, we have an incredible group of comedians arrayed for you on this show. They're going to make you laugh so hard. They are absolutely desperate for your laughs. You understand? They need it. They need it so bad. They are so upset no one has been laughing at them in months. They're like a desperate teenage boy who's been having his first erection for 3 years, but has not yet learned. I always make like a cum reference to laughter at the beginning of the show, and I disgust myself every time. And I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry there's children here. This is a problem that I have because of my show. Adam ruins everything and all that. A lot of kids watch it. And sometimes kids come to my comedy shows, and then I do jokes about coming, and I have to apologize to the parents because they were like, "Oh, I thought you were going to do stuff about how Christopher Columbus was a mean guy, like on TV." I'm like, "No, sorry. I also when I do stand up, I mostly talk about." Coming. Anyway, talk about something else. I'm so sorry. Here's a couple ideas. Some of these jokes are old. Some are new. If you're watching this show, you might have heard some of them before. But I've been studying human language a lot. There's a lot of really weird facts about human language. One thing that is really fascinating about people throughout human history is that we are obsessed with teaching animals to talk. Like, we want to do it so bad. This is true. I read a study. You know the way that you talk to your dog? I have a dog. You might have seen the dog on the stream. Her name is Annie. When I talk to her, I go, "Who's a good girl? Oh, that's a good stretch. Oh, Annie. Where's Annie? Who is she? Who?" I do that shit. And now, why do we talk to our dog in that specific voice? Why is it? Linguists have developed a theory. It's because that's the same way we talk to babies. Why do we talk to babies that way? It's because by elongating the vowels, you teach a baby to speak. That is how you teach a baby to talk, is by elongating all the vowels. And so when you talk to your dog and you say, "Who's a good boy?" you're trying to teach your dog to talk. And evolution is working on you. Your evolutionary brain sees your little dog, sees your fucking pug, and says, "That's a child, and I must teach it to speak." And then you do that for the next 15 years. You try to teach your dog to talk, and they never do. Evolution's so fucking stupid. My dog is pretty smart, though. I do feel like one of these days she's just gonna look at me and go, "Yeah, what's up?" And I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But I just feel like she's gonna get it. She looks at us so intently. She's gonna get it. No, people are so obsessed with teaching animals to talk. Like Coco the gorilla. People love the story of Coco the gorilla, that Coco the gorilla talked. It's fucking fake. It's a lie. Coco the gorilla did not talk. Coco did not talk. Tell your friends. It's fucking made up, okay? Here's what would happen. This is true. I saw a transcript of how Coco spoke. You know, the scientist would be like, the scientist who like raised Coco from a baby and taught Coco to talk and told everybody that Coco could talk and went on TV to tell everyone that Coco would talk, would introduce people to Coco. They'd be like, "Oh, this is Coco. Look, she's going to talk. Here she goes." And then Coco would do the signs, and literally she would go like this. She would go like, "Coco eat, Coco ball, Coco eat, ball, hug, Coco laugh, Coco sun, Coco sun, food, cat, call." And they'd say, "Oh, she's talking. She said she's hungry." No, she's not. She's just spamming shit. She realizes if she does that long enough, all the nice people give her a cookie. That's all that was going on. That's all that was going on. Like, it was fake the whole... Now people are doing this with their dogs on TikTok. They got the buttons where the dog is pressing the buttons on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Very cute. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. Because the dog's just hitting the button that goes like, "Hello," and like, "Oh, good, you get a cookie. You said hello." No, the dog knows. The dog loves all those buttons. They're all the cookie button to the dog. You know? No matter which button I press, I get a fucking cookie. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. Okay, here's the thing though. We are fucking narcissists about this, about language and about babies and about animals. We think it's all about us. We always think they're trying to communicate with us. They're trying to get some idea into our heads when they're not. And the biggest example of this is babies, okay? This is so fascinating to me. Another study I read by linguists. There is only 2 words that are the same in every language. Only 2 words that are the same in every language. They're mama and dada. 2 words, they're the same. In some languages, it's like nana, but it's, mama, mama, mana, like that. They all mean mom and dad. Now, why is that? Why would that be? Here's what scientists think. The very first sound that a baby makes is just random noises, right? They're just going like, you've seen a baby. They just go like, right? That's what babies do because they're fucking stupid. Their brains don't work yet. They're just like making the vocal cords go, right? Then what's the second sound they make? They start working their jaw up and down. That's like week 3. That's like the very first thing they learn to do. So they're like, and we're such fucking narcissists that we look at the baby doing that and we say, "Oh, she's saying my name. I'm Mama. She loves me. She's saying Mama, Mama." No, she's not. This thing's got the brain sophistication of an amoeba, okay? It's like just electrons are firing, and it's just like a remote control car lying on its back. Does that make sense? It's just like, it's not about you. The second sound that they make is they start working the tongue involved, and they go da 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 da. That's the second one. If they don't know who you are. You look like a blurry white shape with a couple dark spots. That's all you are. He doesn't understand language yet. They're narcissists. Don't have kids and have a pet instead. They're very nice. You could try to teach them. And here's the great thing. How much fun is it to teach a baby or an animal to talk? It's so much fun. It really sucks when they start talking. You don't want to hear their thoughts. How people are like, "Oh, I love puppies. I don't like it when they grow up." That's the thing. dogs never do grow up. Babies grow up into fucking adults. And then your baby's real cute, sure, but do you really want to have an adult on your hands? You really think the world needs more fucking people walking around? You're looking around at humanity. You're looking around the world going like, yeah, you know what this place needs is a lot more 35-year-old men. I think I'll make one of those. Yeah, they're always doing good stuff. Yeah. No, they're never cutting people off in traffic and sexually harassing others. No. We need more 35-year-olds. I'm going to make one. No, babies are wonderful, but they grow into something terrible. Stop them before they start. Don't have it, okay? And people are always like, as this excuse for why they want to have babies, they're like, oh, if I don't have a baby, if I don't have a kid, I'm going to be lonely when I'm old. Who's taking care of me? I'm like, okay, yeah. You know what I say to people who say that? Like, okay, are you taking care of your parents? Are you spending every night with Mammy and Geemaw? No, you're not. You're like, oh, that toxic narcissist. No way. I cut her off years ago. She could die in the home. I don't give a shit. That's going to be you, all right? Your kids will never give a shit about yourself. The only people who will care about you are your spouse, but more likely they'll die first, and it's going to be the other old people at the nursing home. So you got to get used to being nice to other old people. That's the only hope you have. That's my life position. All right. I'm very happy with all that. Oh, you guys ready to get the show on the road?
Yeah.
You guys are maybe the best audience we've ever had in the Zoom room of doom. Your first comic is absolutely wonderful. She was here a couple weeks ago and had a bad internet connection and produced some of the most funny distortion I have ever heard. It was like a really funny bad connection. Those of you who were here might remember. We were all transfixed by it. It sounded like she was trapped in the Matrix. It was great, but she's here for real now. Please give it up for the incredibly funny Chase Bernstein, everybody.
Woo!
Thank you, guys. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I had a power outage last time. Like, I feel like I was ahead of my time, like Texas is like, okay, we get it. Like, I was really struggling. Was anyone present?
Woohoo!
Okay, I'll take that woohoo as a yes. I love it. Oh, wow. Confused laughter, putting it into words with a casual woo. All right, let's get into it, guys. I mean, I feel like every time you get an Amber Alert, it's always the exact car you think it's going to be. It's like, they're always like, hey, guys, like, be on the lookout for a maroon Acura, like we got to track this thing, no one's ever like, guys, keep your eyes peeled for a navy blue Tesla. Like we have got to track this thing down. And I just feel like if I were going to get kidnapped, like I would love to be kidnapped by a Tesla, like I'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I've never been in one of these, like they're so spacious, and it's like, hopefully they'd finally rescue me. And they're just like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm incredible. Like we drove through 5 states, like 0 gas emissions. Like, guys, it was the time of my life. Okay, that's my Tesla kidnapping joke. We are off to a riveting start. It could not be more riveting. Do you guys have pets here or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. I know Adam was talking about his dog. I have a dog too, no offense. I do miss like having a dog. You always have a good like built-in excuse to leave wherever you're going. It's like you're always like, guys, oh God, I would love to stay and hear you talk about, how you're vegan, but sometimes you eat steak, like that's me. Like I want to hear more. But I do unfortunately have to go home and feed my dog, and we're always like, really? Like it's 11:30 at night. I'm like, yeah, she's European, like she's a rescue. We don't know where she's from, but it's probably Spain. Like if I had to take a wild guess, I'm going
person who
Spain.
wrote the last Final Fantasy.
What's up?
Sorry.
I was like, that English was so French. Like it had the vibe of a Frenchman, but it was English. Like that was an absolute roller coaster. All right, let's see. Sometimes I feel like I'm not that confident, but then I remembered that I did return a magazine to Gelson's at one point before the pandemic. And if you don't have Gelson's, it's a grocery store. You know, it's like that, the level of that confidence to like look someone in the eye and be like, yeah, this just didn't work out for me. You know, like it's pretty extreme, you know, and he's like, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, I mean, where do I even start? You know, like the Dior ad on page 1, like did absolutely nothing for me, you know? And you guys are like, how did you end up with this magazine? Basically, I was high at the market. All right. And I was just like, after I got some grapes, I was looking at the damn magazines and I was like, oh my God, what, like, how cute would it be if I just started like reading magazines, you know, like I just love that move for me. And I just had this whole vision. I pictured myself, you know, just like flipping through the pages, like a bowl of fresh fruit at my side, you know, like a sunbeam coming through the window, hitting the page. I was like, God, I love it. And so I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to buy this magazine. And I bought it. And then like a few days later, it was just like sitting near me and I was just like on my phone eating Cheez-Its, you know, and I was like, damn it, you know, and I was just like, I think I got to return this magazine because the thing about magazines is they're really expensive. You know, it's like people are always complaining like, oh, the printed word is dying. And it's like, yeah, that's because magazines are $20. It's like, calm down, you know, like mine was $8. Mine was $8.17, which is basically 9, which is pretty much 10. And I was just like, I just don't want to spend $8 on a magazine. It's like I could be buying a spicy tuna roll with this kind of cash, you know, like this is just not where I want to put my fun. So I was like, I'm going to go return it. And my boyfriend is like, is that allowed? And I was like, we're going to find out, you know, like I'm willing to be the first person to try it, honestly. So I drove back to the market. And as I was walking inside, I was like, Jesus, like, I do not want to be here for this, you know, like, so I just kind of left my body. I was like, I'm like here, but I'm not, you know, like this is like, and now that I'm here, it's really setting in like how like just completely insane this is. So I did hear myself say to the guy, you know, I got to the register and I was like, yeah, I'd like to return this magazine. And he pretty much looked at me like, I mean, if you feel comfortable enough to be doing this right now, like, I guess I will do it for you. But we both know this is psychotic. But it was incredible because he gave me cash back, but I paid with a card. So it was like, I pretty much made money, you know, like it was unbelievable. And I'm still just kind of reeling from that high. Oh my God, Harmony and Force or anything on that? I don't know. All right, let's keep going. I don't love when celebrities follow 0 people on social media. You know, it's like, calm down, you know, like not even your family. It's like, Jesus, it's like, we know you're checking out their pages. Like you can't like commit to your only sister. Taylor Swift. No, I don't know. I think she follows 0 people. Oh my God, there's just so many directions to go. Okay, I feel like I am not getting back on a plane until they have TVs on every damn seat. Like I won't do it. I won't do it anymore. It's like, why is it a gamble every time? Like, I'm like, am I going to like stare at the wall for 5 hours or am I going to watch Chopped? Like, I need to know, you know? And they're always like, oh, like we have one in the corner. Like that's for these 4 rows. And I'm like, wait, like, or they're like, or you can look at that one. I'm like, none of these make sense for me. Like none of these literally make sense as a position for me to look in. Okay, that's just getting started. Let's see here. Both of my sisters have gotten nose jobs, both of them, you know, and I feel like people are just kind of looking at me like, do you need a written invite or put 2 and 2 together? Oh my God, let's keep it going. Amanda Larson. All right. So it's like, I feel like it's really unfair that if like guys are having a bad hair day, they can just like put on a hat, whereas like girls just have to wish they were never born. It's like, I don't know where to go from here. Oh, you got it.
Holy crap.
Okay, that's what did you in. It is wild that like we have the same amount of hours in the day as like hunters and gatherers. It's like they haven't extended the 24 hours. It's like back in the day, hunter gatherers had 24 hours. They're like, all right, maybe like at noon, we'll gather a couple berries, regroup here at 3, maybe make a soup. Like, I don't know. And then just kind of like ride out the day. It's like, now it's like, we have like 24 hours to like email everyone we've ever met in our life, like make 5 meals, text back everyone we've ever met in our life, like shower, work out, hydrate, go outside, like God forbid, watch a show, like then re-text back everyone because they've now texted you back. Like it's like literally too much. It's literally too much. I'm going to work on that list, but like you feel it, You definitely feel it. Any farmers market goers here? Love that Death Blade coming in strong. Lance Vaillancourt, love the prof pick. Love what you're doing here. All right. So I went to the farmers market the other day and I was buying grapes. And this woman who sold them to me was like, oh, those are the Haley grapes. They're actually named after my granddaughter. And I was just like, what would you like me to do with this information? Like I literally don't even know what to say, like I'm speechless. And like, I just left. But then I was like thinking about it and I was like, okay, Haley, like not a name for grapes, like Haley's, but like do not name your grapes Haley. Like it's just not the vibe. And it's like, I just feel like this woman needed to sit down with her daughter or son, whoever was having this kid and be like, listen, like, I'm going to be naming some grapes after this kid. So like, can we get on the same page here? Like I've brainstormed some names. I'll just throw some out. You tell me if you're down, it's like off the top of my head, I'm thinking Juicy, like another one I'm thinking is Seedless, like, are any of these doing anything for you? Oh my God. And I will end on a grape joke against all odds. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you so much.
Hey, give it for Chase Bernstein, everybody. Chase Bernstein. Chase, I advised you that people on Twitch love it when you read their usernames. You did a great job.
Thank you so much. It felt natural.
But it's too bad that nobody in here has a username that would be good for a grape.
I mean, maybe Sarah Krydenoff.
These are their Zoom
I
names.
can see that working.
All these people have different Twitch usernames. These are their names that they use when they log into their work Zooms. Let's see. I don't know. Rosewood Figurine. None of these are good grape names. Are you holding up okay in the pandemic? Not being able to do stand up?
Oh my God. I mean, I get like you, I did stand up live twice, like pre-surge. And then it was just like ripped from me, so just really recovering.
It's really hard. Did this give you even a glimmer of what it's like to do live stand up? This
was actually so fun. I'm not even just saying that. I had a blast. Like I tried some stuff that I've been wanting to try since like December, it's just good to get it out there.
Yeah, really. We got some good vibes in here tonight. Give it up for Chase Bernstein, everybody.
Yeah.
Chase Bernstein. Thank you so much for being here. Boom. Your next comic, I'm going to keep it moving right along. Your next comic, such a good friend of mine, does an incredible show hosted for many years called Boast Rattle, which is a compliment roast battle. Is very funny, and I have lost every time I've done the show. And I've been proud to lose every time because then I haven't had to do the final challenge. So I get to go home early. Please welcome very funny Kyle Ayers, everybody. Kyle Ayers.
I did it. That's it. Have I been unmuted? I hate this so much. Oh, nothing has been more fun in quarantine than seeing a bunch of comedians who can barely do one thing try and figure out complicated audio inputs. I got into comedy for one thing and one thing only, and that's how to find out how to backlight for depth. But this is I haven't done any stand-up. I haven't stood up since last March, so I don't know about stand-up. I will boo myself the moment I'm muted for saying that. I like doing these Zoom shows, though. It's fun to get really, really self-aware about what is reflecting in my glasses, and then just let that distract me instead of doing a single joke. See what's on my screen. I know that's what's on the glasses, and I still look into the glasses like, is it porn? Could it possibly accidentally have been porn? Like, it's what's on the screen. And then another me on another screen. But this is fun. This is nice to do. I don't know how we'll ever get back to doing regular comedy because we'll all be dead, but I don't know how we will. I don't know if I can transition back to getting paid in drink tickets. Do you know what I mean? Instead of what I get paid in now, which is that gif of Jennifer Lawrence spitting up coffee. That's basically what I'm primarily paid in these days. All right, I got some. I've become very aware about how every state has different laws, like too many. I shouldn't know a single thing about Texas's privatized power grid. That shouldn't be a thing that has ever entered my brain. Why are states allowed this much power? If you go state to state, they all have such different laws. It's hard to like. I can't. Let's stop. Get rid of some states or be a country. I don't like. I was in South Carolina. Their laws are nothing like California's. I was in South Carolina. I'm like, hey, is weed legalized here? And they were like, we just integrated schools. And I was like, okay. So you're going to pass this weed bill? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of home renovation shows with my girlfriend. Have you guys seen this show called I don't remember what it's called. Was it Two White People Make Every House Look Like a Wedding Invitation? Have you guys seen this? It is wild to watch. Every house. Why does every house have to look the same now? Every house looks like it was designed by two sentient mason jars. That's what houses have started to look like. Two mason jars came to life and put a barn door where a closet used to be. Can we just relax? Why can't we live in the house? I don't need my house to look like a gastropub that brags about having an egg on a cheeseburger. I don't want to sit on a stool that's one bent wire. I don't know if there's anything else. I don't know. Come up with some tags on your own or pretend it's lag. I don't know. It's been interesting. I'm from Missouri, and it's been interesting to evaluate whether or not my friends who voted for Trump are going to continue to wear Trump hats and fly Trump flags. And I think we all sort of thought that, right? Like, is all of the incredible amount of merch going to go away now that he lost? Like, is that he lost, you should get rid of it? But I started thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I wore a Kansas City Royals hat for 30 years. So I don't know if you got to throw your stuff out just because they're losers. Okay. Yeah, he's never fun. I have no... But that was the first time I thought about him today, and that was refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't really have like a look or like anything unique. Like Adam has like cool tall hair. I shaved my head and still am balding, and I don't know how that's possible. I have such a generic nothing look. One time at a pool that I used to swim laps at, a kid told me I look like a video game create a player before you change anything. That's what he told me. Like, well, let's add some attributes to sad. Like maybe toggle sadness up to 10. Like, I feel like the closest I have to a look is I kind of look like a guy who still thinks Bernie might win. Also just kind of always sadder than funny, but that's how it felt in 2015 when I wrote it. Home renovation show, check. Sorry, I kind of like to write on stage, and I can't really do that anymore, so I just have to like write on stage, and that's nobody. What I'm 32 years old. I had to honestly think about it a second ago how old I was. That's how weird time feels these days, and how long it's been since I've done jokes. I'm 32, and I don't know how that much time has ever passed. Like, I don't know how I got here. 32 years in a row? That's crazy to me. What have I done? With 30, I assembled this chair. That was in June, and like I really don't know how I've spent that much time. I don't know how 32 years has ever gone by. I feel like I've wasted it all, or like I haven't done anything. Like I don't have a family. I don't like own a home. I don't really have a career. I feel like if my whole life was a video game, I've been like avoiding the main quest and just doing the side stuff the entire time. Like I told you I'm from Missouri. All my friends are living very main quest lives. They're like level 22, you get married. Level 25, you buy a house. Level 28, you have a kid. I'm like level 32. There's a guy in the woods that said he'll give me a cool sword if I find him some shells. So that's probably gonna take up this year. Will be the shells. Right. That one's a maybe, even though I've been doing it for a long time. I'm like to talk. I don't know why you're allowed to have a statue of a naked boy in your yard peeing. There's no transition here. Why are you allowed to permanently have a naked child in your yard, and it's legal because his penis is functional? Who went into the statue guy and was like, okay, yeah, put wings on it if it makes it okay. I don't care. As long as this boy pees forever, I want people to throw money at him. Sort of on a similar note to that one, I like sports. I think they're fun to follow. It's like a reality show that you watch your whole life and then you die. And I like sports. I like professional sports. Do you ever meet someone who only likes college sports and then they quit following sports? That's a very suspicious time to quit. You're like, oh, you like sports? He's like, only when they're young and unpaid. Like that. What? Do you like sports? That sports? All right. I just don't. Okay. We did that. Have been having to take some go to the doctor a bunch, and I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I'd never really done like pills, like prescriptions or anything. And the first time I went to the pharmacist, I asked him if it was a sativa or an indica, and they were like, it's Valium. And I was like, okay, so how's it gonna?
Oh no.
This is fun. You guys are really. It's fun to do jokes. This feels like a live show because lots of times my jokes will get a laugh, and then I can actually hear someone saying, "Oh no." It's like someone put both of my parents on my shoulder for this particular Zoom set. Adam, you were talking about the animal study. I learned that about. Also, first off, you said people come to your show and they're like, oh, he's going to ruin stuff. And then you don't ruin stuff. And then the first thing you did was ruin Coco for all of us with the very thought out ruining of Coco. Adam's like, no, I'm not going to ruin. I'm going to talk about sex. Anyways, so this gorilla study was actually not factually accurate. I'm like, this isn't. We came to a fork in the road. I don't even know what that quote's from. I think about science studies all the time. And because someone had to be like, this is what my study's going to be. And then someone presented their study. And then at one point, someone finished their study that decided that dolphins also have sex for pleasure. You know what I mean? And people always say this. I don't know when it comes up, usually when someone's coercing someone. But they'll be like, you guys know that scientists say dolphins also have sex for pleasure. And it's like probably one scientist said that once and then got booed out of the conference for even wasting money on that. Like, I don't know how he presents his PowerPoint. Like, they're like, okay, so that's how the polio vaccine works. And they clap off whoever that was. And then this guy comes up like dropping papers and everything. And he doesn't have the right adapter for his old MacBook. And he's like, okay, I've been staring at these dolphins for weeks, and they're into it. They are into it. I can tell one keeps smiling. I don't know. Shouldn't we be fixing cancer? Fixing. That's how smart I am. I'm like, we gotta get some science people, the ones who study dolphins, to fix diseases. All right. What else? These all been pretty fun. I think that the first time shit hit a fan, everyone who was there knew that was going to be a phrase. However it got up there, whenever it scattered, one person was like, they will remember today. We will be the example of when it goes as bad as it could go. The guy's like, what about when P hit the electric fence? And they're like, too many syllables, and we told you to walk it off. All right, that's a fun tag. That's cool. Is that the white? Yeah, that's the white flag of getting lit. I had a friend that I went to high school with that I grew up with who was like a huge Trump person. I'm sure lots of people had these people in their lives. I'm sorry I'm ending on a not thought out joke about the former president, but it's long enough to fill the rest of the time. You would see these people slowly turn and like turn on him, and it was nice to see people learning and growing, and it's something that you really like. I had someone who I grew up with who on January 6th when there was that attempted coup at the Capitol, they posted on Facebook, "That's strike 2 for Trump for me." How did we? What was one? What I don't know what sport these strikes are, but that's such an extreme thing to be this. That's strike 2. He's already gone, and this is what it often felt like. Was they would say, "Yeah, that's bad," but that's bad. But it felt like, how many strikes are they possibly allowed? Like, I expect this guy to be like, "Look, that's strike 2 for me. Only one more, and that's strike 3." And then, 2 more outs this inning, and then this inning is over. And, 8 more innings with 3 outs each. That's only 24 outs this game, 3 strikes each, and I'm completely over it. 72 strikes, and this guy, plus there's another team. Yes, so 72 strikes each, and, 161 more games. 27 outs each per team, each with 3 strikes per out, and I'm going to reconsider whether or not I think the election was stolen. Oh, plus, yes, there is, I'm just saying, 2,430 games total between the 32 teams. That's 162 strikes each, 193,659 more chances, and I might change my profile picture back from the MAGA hat. All right, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you very much.
Hey, give it a go for Kyle Ayers, everybody.
Thank you.
Kyle Ayers fucking roasting me for doing my material. But accurate. Thank you.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with all the MAGA hats? Do you think it's going to be like, like everyone says when the losing Super Bowl football team, when they're all wearing the shirts overseas? Are people going to be wearing the
I don't
MAGA
even
hats?
know. I can't imagine any of them don't have chewing tobacco stains on them. So I'm not sure what the reuse. I mean, I'm painting with a wide brush, but I've chawed some back in my time.
That guy really ruined other red hats.
That's what I think. I think that somewhere Fred Durst is like, thank God the heat is off me. I thought I did it in with the red Yankee hat, but this guy really, really took it off.
But hold on a second. That just makes me picture Trump wearing the backwards Fred Durst cap. That's a good look.
Jay-Z is just like, that Yankee cap line is going to get misused at a rally.
Man, thanks so much for being here. Kyle Ayers, everybody.
Thank you
Keep
for
it
having
going
me.
for him. The wonderful Kyle Ayers. You can follow him on the old Twitter. I got the handle down there, Kyle Ayers. We got one more. And by the way, folks, I just want to remind you, I'll do the whole telethon thing at the end of the show, but this is a paid show. And your cheers, your subs, and your tips. If you scroll down on Twitch, you can see where to tip. All of those things really do help me pay the comics and pay our booker. I'll bring the last comic up. I just want to let you know that me and Lisa are deciding what to order for dinner, and she said, "What do you want?" And I replied, "Mapo tofu." Oh my God! Thank you, D Campos, for 300. Thank you so much for the cheer. I replied, "Mapo tofu." Which is a wonderful Chinese dish, mapo tofu. But iPhone autocorrected it to me poop tofu. Me poop tofu, which is it'll be accurate in the future. I'm going to be pooping tofu after I eat it. All right, now that was some grade A comedy. That was really good. Your next comic, so incredibly funny. This guy's got credits down your fucking arm. Please welcome the incredibly funny Al Jackson, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We did it. Yes. What up? Adam, I was gonna say real quick, man, you people hate on autocorrect, man, but that's like everybody gets so mad about like when it makes fucking ducking or something like that. I'm like, dude, we don't talk about like how much swag we have with like no, I would never attempt the word convenient without autocorrect. You know, like no one talks about that shit coming out, man. I fuck with autocorrect super hard. Sorry, that was just a little jag about autocorrect. I'm just a black man at home wearing Under Armour, as you do in your 40s. Fuck it. I need a flip phone on my belt loop. Shit's good. I have a cool job, man. I host a daytime talk show. And we were talking today about Simone Biles from the Olympics. And I don't know about y'all. Adam, I want you to chime in real quick. When did you first know that Corona was like serious? Because remember, everybody had their different moments. I want to know what yours was. I mean, it had to be the day they canceled the NBA. That was the big. That was everyone looked at. That was like there was an earthquake because me and everybody I worked with, we were following the Lakers and everything, and like excited for every game, and then no more season. Okay, that's serious. Yeah, see, it's weird because the station that carries our show carries the Olympics. So for me, I was with sports too, but it was when they canceled the Olympics, and everybody's like, you know, and I was mad that we didn't get the Olympics this year because I don't care about the sports. I just love like every year they have that stat about how many condoms they have to hand out at Olympic Village. Like that's something to brag. Like they'll always be like, yeah, they handed out over 200,000 condoms at Olympic Village last year, and I'm like, why? Those are our best humans. You don't want a super hot Jamaican sprinter with an 8-pack having a child with an Indonesian long distance runner with blue eyes. You don't want that? Time you're in line at an Arby's. Look at the people in front of you and behind you. They are fucking raw dog. The people that brought their own cup in for another refill. I don't get that. But yeah, man, dude, you're talking about sports and the Lakers, man. I'm from Cleveland. I'm a big Cavs fan, so I love LeBron James. I don't know if y'all fuck with sports like that, but you don't have to understand how dope this is. They said if everything plays out perfectly in 3 years, LeBron and his son will be in the NBA at the same time, which is yeah, I know that's super dope. But I did a little math myself and I figured out in 6.5 years, if everything works out perfectly, me and my daughter's student loans are going to overlap.
Oh my God.
Where's my celebration? I mean, just like, you know, LeBron's son's mom, both parents will be crying. You know, it's a big moment. We're in the Sally Mae family plan. I went my daughter. This is random. I promise I'll get no jokes in a second, but this should happen. This is like the last thing to happen right before Corona hit. My daughter plays volleyball, and she had a tournament in California, and she does like what's called club volleyball. And like, if you guys aren't in, if you don't know what that terminology means, it means $2,000 volleyball. Can you guys follow that? $2,000 for them to set a net up. Yeah. And you know, it was at the it was in San Jose, so it was at the convention center because it's all the teams from all over the state. And I get there, and you know, I support her, but I'm like, do I have $2,000 support her? And I'm walking in, and I say that this is, I don't even have a joke for this. Her team is terrible. Like, they're like a Disney movie where, like, you know, the team sucks, and then there's like some really good volleyball coach that's an alcoholic, and then meets these kids and realizes that, so it's like that, but then they never meet the coach. Like, that's what the movie would be. They're just terrible for an hour and 30 minutes. It's unreal. And so I was like, well, what am I getting for my money? And then so I walk in and I see mascots walking around. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, full mascot, head to toe covered, tail of mascot, like ready to like we team, whatever. And so I'm like, okay, this is cool. And I'm like, you know, I'm walking around seeing all these mascots. Oh, damn, there's so many mascots here. And then I realized that they're not mascots. And I'm going to try and share my screen right now. The San Jose Convention Center was also sharing the space with FurCon. There was a furries convention going on during my daughter's volleyball tournament. And I don't know if I can accurately tell you guys how many furries there were. There were thousands of furries out in the daytime. They were, dude, they were everywhere. They're just furries walking around. And this one just had a sign that said free hugs. You can see volleyball players there in the corner, and people are hugging. I'm like, my daughter wanted a picture. I was like, stay away from him. Don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. That's my front tail. You know, and it was so creepy. And I was like, you know, for a second I was like, you know, because I'm very sexually open, like whatever you're into, you're into. But this is weird. I'm definitely on the spectrum, so I'll be thinking about things a little bit differently. And I'm like, okay, I always do things like if an alien landed, because that removes all our built-in biases, right? If an alien landed and looked at this convention center and looked at the number of furries and the number of parents there to support their daughters, we were by far the minority. So really, aren't we the freaks? The people that are into watching their daughter play volleyball, like, oh, that must just be how they were raised. Yeah, man, I do. I have a fun life. Like I said, I host a talk show, and it's cool because you know, I tell my comic friends, especially the ones my age, you know, host a talk show, and all my co-hosts are my age, in their 40s. But all our producers are millennials and even Gen Z, and all my friends, they're just like my old friends cannot wrap their. They're like, dude, I'm good for you, bro, but I could not. I'm sorry, I cannot work with millennials. I just can't do it. I've tried. They complain about everything. Millennials complain about too. I can't work with them. They complain about everything. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Millennials complain about everything, and that's why I love them. Millennials complained about shit, and y'all got shit fixed. You don't believe me? Go to the grocery store tomorrow and look and see how many different flavors of Triscuits there are. That's y'all. My generation is gonna let that shit ride. Have you ever eaten a plain Triscuit? They taste like your kids forgot to call you on your birthday. That's how I know it's harder to be a young person now than it was back in the day. Because you want to sell Triscuits in 1930, ain't no.
I don't get how to shit.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want. Dude, you just throw them on the shelf. People got to buy them now. If you want to sell Triscuits, you got to go through the FDA. You got to get vetted. You got to go through lawyers. Shit, you probably have to go on Shark Tank. Can you imagine trying to pitch Triscuits on Shark Tank. They'd be like, well, what's your product? And you'd be like, I got some crackers. And they'd be like, well, what's the name? And you'd be like, Triscuits. And they'd be like, all right, well, tell us about them. You'd be like, ooh, all right. Oh, I didn't know you was gonna ask me that. All right. Have you ever looked at a scarecrow and said, fuck it, I could eat that? Have you ever wanted to know what the furniture outside of your grandmother's house tasted like? Well, we got you. I feel like there's like this crackers, like I don't know how they existed. There's this weird thing with crackers where they've just gotten away with being like disgusting, like saltines. I feel like saltines unite us all because no matter what's your pronoun, no matter who you decide to love in this world, right now as we all sit here in this virtual comedy club, everybody's got saltines in their crib that they don't remember buying. Right? No one's ever like, you never texted your person like, hey, don't come back in this house without no saltines. Like that's, no one's ever like left to go buy them. And like, how do you get like, they're just this weird, like, and when somebody does find saltines at your house, it's the same way like your partner reacts if they find like a sex toy that you didn't buy with them. Like, how long have you had this? I am I'm an old school comic, man. There's definitely a generation of comics, and good for them that were able to get like fan bases before they started comedy. You know, they were big online or whatever, and then went out and sold tickets and shit. Like I started, like Drake said, from the bottom. Like I had nothing. I was broke. Like, and I think that's why I still eat McDonald's. That's my way to like show myself like you still ain't too good. Go get you some nasty food. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't even tell people like you still eat McDonald's, because that's almost like the M word now. Like you can't really say it, because, and it's not like people will chat. It's just like people want to like try and drop some knowledge on you, like you don't know it's shitty. Like they'd be like, you still eat McDonald's? And I'm like, yeah, every once in a while I have some McDonald's. And they're like, it's not real food, right? And I'm like, yeah, right? Don't we? Isn't McDonald's in our relationship with McDonald's the only adult relationship that you have? Like it's real, based on honesty. Like it's not food. You know what I'm saying? You know McDonald's isn't food because you never walked in your friend's kitchen. You go, man, it smells delicious in here. It smells like McDonald's. Food don't smell like that. Only those chemicals smell like that. Really what you're doing when you go on McDonald's is you're just asking them to make your chemicals in the shape that you find appealing. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, can you make my chemicals look like nuggets? They're like, yes, bitch. I do fuck with McDonald's just because they keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They don't try, to lie about who they are. Because, my girl is upstairs right now. I brought some McDonald's in the house. And she was like, dude, we just watched a documentary. You watched it with me. They left the bun out for a year and it didn't get any mold on it. I was like, yeah, they got really good bread. I don't want to hear it. At least they keep it 100. Like, I don't like these like fake Midwestern chain restaurants that try and prey on like your niceties, and like they try and have this like clean, like, image like that, like Panera Bread, because it works, because it makes people repeat their like weird kind of their weird like kind of evangelical Christian lines. He's just like, oh, it's everybody just goes, oh, Panera Bread, it's so good. Panera Bread's fine. If you're stuck in the airport concourse, so you have at it. It's not like really good food, and and that's why everybody fell apart. I don't know if y'all remember that that Panera Bread employee went on our TikTok. And she showed them showed the world how they make their mac and cheese. She just reached into this vat of hot water and with some tongs put out this plastic plasma bag of mac and cheese, cut the top off that bitch with some scissors and dumped it in a bowl. And everybody's like, they said it was homemade. It smelled like this. I'm like, bitch, you're at the mall. What are you talking about, a homemade? What do you think? There's an old Italian grandma back there? Fucking corporation with stockholders. I should hope no grandma's making no food that bland ass shit. Panera Bread tastes like hospital food. You got good insurance. But I'll be real with y'all. It is my straight up, it's my favorite time of the year. And I'm not gonna let Corona get in the way of this. It's Girl Scout cookie season time. Like that's my shit. I like Girl Scouts, and I realized I didn't really understand my relationship with Girl Scout cookies until I saw a documentary on heroin. Because the user said something really interesting. He said, yeah, he goes, yeah, he was like annoyed. He's like, yeah, I'm addicted to the heroin, of course. But he's like, I'm also addicted to the ritual. And I was like, that's how I feel about Girl Scouts. It never hit me. Like, I have a code. Like, I'm not an animal. All right, bro. I don't just get Girl Scout cookies in my car and eat them like crazy. No, I have a process. Like, here's how I eat Girl Scout cookies. Like, I'll wait till it's like 12:37 at night, like when everybody's asleep and it's that super quiet. And I go to the kitchen and like we all have the same outfit on. It don't matter how you identify. It's t-shirt, underwear, no pants. That's weird as fuck. Socks. You go to the kitchen and you don't turn the big light on. You just turn like the oven light on. So it's just at low level. And you reach in the freezer. You get a sleeve of Thin Mints like a boss. You know that shit's you're not going back in. You're going to finish what you start. And you lean your butt cheeks up against the cold counter and you're like, man, that feels good. And you're just chewing the Thin Mints. And it's so quiet. It's that quiet you never get as an adult. Like that kind of quiet where you can just hear the cookies kind of breaking, between your jaws. And it's that time where you get a chance to think. And like last time I was eating Thin Mints in my underwear in the kitchen, I was just thinking, man, stop for a second. I go, hold up. Where the fuck is all the Girl Scout cookie money? Do you ever thought about that? Where the fuck is all the Girl Scout cookie money? I was like, let's talk about this business model. They don't pay their employees. They don't advertise. They don't pay taxes. They have no commercial real estate space. Where the fuck is all the Girl Scout cookie? Like their employees are allowed to break the law. Girl Scouts just trespass. Like, walk right up in your shit. Like, dude, Girl Scouts are allowed to sell food in front of places that sell food. That shit is super illegal. I'll tell you what, tonight after the show, go upstairs, package up some sandwiches in your kitchen and go try and sell them in front of Trader Joe's tomorrow. And you let me know when I need to bail you out. You can't do that shit. And then it hit me. I was like, wait a second. Am I the only one that's seen season 3 of The Wire? It's the drug game. You get your product from a large distributor. You break it down. You give it to your runners, aka the Girl Scouts. They give it to their runners, aka their parents. Have you ever met anybody that worked for the Girl Scouts? I sure as fuck haven't. Have you ever met a Girl Scout that wasn't trying to sell you something? I sure as fuck haven't. Has a Girl Scout ever helped you? A lot of people in this room, a lot of life experiences. You can't tell me not one person got one story of a Girl Scout helping them. I'll stop doing this bit if I could just meet one person. It's like, dude, last week was crazy, man. I went to this bar. I stepped out back, smoked a cigarette. These 3 guys came out of nowhere, tried to take my watch and my wallet, but luckily, 4 Girl Scouts came out the cut. They had just got there whooping motherfuckers' ass patch. Brazilian jiu-jitsu and shit. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know if I got the white flag. I'll tell you this. I live in Denver, and obviously I'm sure a lot of people coming in from all over. I moved from Denver. I moved from LA to Denver, and all my homies from Ohio, they're like, dude, that's so dope. you move from a place where weed is legal to another place where weed is legal. And I was like, you know what, dude, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like buying my drugs from a store. Don't you feel like a pussy getting a receipt for drugs? They even staple it to the bag like you just bought a donut. I'm like, God damn, can we keep it a little bit gangster? You know what I miss about drugs being illegal? Not having to talk to my drug dealer. That's the point. I bought a lot of drugs. When drugs are illegal, you got to keep it moving. You have that like low level drug dealer conversation so you don't feel like a junkie. It's more you just get the bag, like, Biden 2020, something like that. My dispensary here in Denver used to share a wall with my old place. I was over there twice a week, and it was run by 6 very well-meaning white girls. They pulled their money together, got themselves a dispensary, and they're very excited, very knowledgeable. They just got back from a seminar, and they learned a lot, and they're ready to tell me all about cross-pollination and hybridization. Here's a fun fact, kids. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm sure what you're saying is factual, but I want to buy my drugs and go, but I can't because I have to get a TED Talk. Every time I walk in, it's like, Al, we got something special for you today. I'm like, shit. They're like, these are our indicas, and you could do that if you want. This sativa, this is going to give you that full body high. And I know you're looking for. I'm like, I don't even know exactly what a full body high is. And she's like, it's awesome. Your head is completely clear, but your body is high. And I'm like, when would I ever need that? What am I performing surgery on myself tonight? Here's what I need to know about my weed. My son is going to be home from the mall in 40 minutes. Is that going to be enough time for me to pull my shit together? So I don't scar my child with some high ass dad shit. I'm like, stop at the door, your dad's been thinking. The government is trying to kill the black man via the dollar menu, and we both know it. I'm the cop. It's been weird, and I stopped drinking, which was good for me. I was done. I think you kind of know when it's done. If you're wondering if you should stop drinking, don't ask your friends if you should. Just tell them that you did, and look at their reaction. If you go, hey man, stop drinking, they're like, yeah. Then it's time for you to stop. And for me, it was just like, I was just done, and I still do other stuff, but I don't drink. And all my homies, they're writers and stuff. They're like, dude, this is great. Now you can start doing, dropping like, microdosing some LSD or something, it'll be good for you, right? And I'm like, dude, that sounds good in theory. But I have 3 kids and I can't really do that because they don't really, shit doesn't happen on your schedule. Because I know the first time I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try some LSD. It might open up my mind. I've watched enough Joe Rogan. God, I'm so tired of that podcast. I'm like, I think about it, but I know as soon as whatever I take kicks in, I'm going to get a phone call from my daughter at school and be like, hey, your daughter's thrown up twice before lunch. You need to come get her. And I'll be like, I would pick her up, but I just checked and the lower half of my body is a tank. So Sarge says he can't roll out till first light. Call her mom. The last time I saw her, she was a glowing ball. Yeah, I don't get and all my friends are like, dude, can we drink around you? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't hate on alcohol. I just like it more like I just want some equality for all drugs. Like I want alcohol to hold the same standard as any other drug. I mean, people fuck up on alcohol all the time. It's like because it's weird because it's like, alcohol can sponsor sporting events. Like I went to one of the last gigs I did was at the University of Cincinnati, and their whole stadium was sponsored by Bud Light. And I was like, God damn. Because if it was Philip Morris, there would have been a march outside the stadium, but Bud Light is fine. And I'm like, yeah, cigarettes, I get it. They're not great. You'll cough, but cigarettes won't cause you to be disinvited to your daughter's wedding. I think booze. is going to lead the league on that one. And I don't, I'd like I said, I just want a quality, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, before I moved into my crib, I lived in an apartment complex that was above a liquor store in Denver called Watson's Liquors. And I would go in there all the time. I was a vodka drinker. And you know what they had in there next to the regular vodka was birthday cake flavored vodka. And I was like, well, who's that for? A bunch of racist bikers? That shit's for kids, all right? Because vodka's disgusting. But vodka by itself tastes like they got the phrase life without parole and made it into a liquor. And, it's just like, that's what I said. I just want a little bit of equality. I just want to one day turn on the TV and I want to see two like white women that are definitely making, 6 figures just in a drop top Beamer and just like smoking meth and just like one takes a big hit and hands it to her friend and be like, here, take this. It's chamomile flavored. The edge off. Guys, I've been Al Jackson. Y'all were amazing. Thank y'all so much.
Al Jackson, everybody.
Yeah.
That fucking breakdown of the Girl Scout cookies out. Unbelievable. That's true.
It's so, and you know what's crazy, dude, is like, I've been doing this bit for a little while, and after shows, people have like little nuggets of information. Like, dude, people be like, yo, my mom worked for the Girl Scouts for 6 years. It's all a fucking scam. It's like a social, it's like a social program that weaved into a grift. It's almost like Amway a little bit. Because like, if you think of it like, if like some little girls came to your house and they had Doritos for sale, you'd be like, where are your parents? You know what I'm saying? This is the only company that gets to use little kids. And that's why, and real quick on the chat, by the way, I was going to say, there's somebody on the chat named Thick Diane. You better be black. It's like, how come, like, this is my thing. And I've always wondered, because people yell at me, I bring this up on the show all the time. I feel like kids should not be able to sell things because they're too cute and you can't say no. And I also think kids should not be able to go on America's Got Talent. This is why. First of all, that show is for people that are entertainers that are about to like try and make a career. No one is gonna not vote for a 5-year-old singing "Jesus Loves Puppies."
Amen.
That's not why. I got 18 years to doing stand-up in bars. I can't. I would vote for her. Like, why the fuck did the kids?
Why did the little show? Do you know her? Can we get her on this?
Probably. I'll pull some strings.
Al Jackson, everybody, give it up for Al Jackson.
Love you, man.
Love you, Al. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, that is the show. Give Al Jackson a follow at Al Jackson. Check out his talk show. Incredible comic. Did you guys have a good time at the show tonight?
Yeah.
This is like one of the best ones we've ever had. This show just gets better and better week to week. We do this every Thursday night, 6 p.m. It's so much fun. I hope you'll come back. Thank you so much. Give yourselves one more round of applause for coming. Thank
you, Adam.
And thank you guys. And then feel free to log out of this Zoom, and I'm going to chat to everybody here in the chat. Guys, I don't know if you noticed, during Al Jackson's set, we had a level 5 hype train. Chelsea VR, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Incredible. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits, Chelsea VR. We had a level 5 hype train without even me needing to stand here and beg all you folks to donate. But and I really appreciate that because this is a paid show. I pay the comics, I pay the booker, and it is only because of the grace of your subs and bits and cheers and doms and nipples and tips and dick tips. Oh, excuse me. That I am able to not lose money doing this, and I would happily lose money. I'll pay them anyway. But I'm happy. I'm so happy that we don't have to do that, and you folks are able to donate. I want to read all the names of everybody who donated. Oh my God, Thick Diane. What the fuck? Hold on a second. The Unode is I was about to read all the donations. The Unode gifted 10 subs. What the fuck, the Unode? Incredible. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. Everybody in here we got subs going through the roof right now. Let's go. That's not even hype train time when we got that going. Incredible. Thank you so much, the Unode. Unbelievable. What the fuck? The Unode, that is wild. You can pay it forward, Tricker. If you got a sub and you want to pay it forward, you pay it forward. You gift the sub. You know how to do it. You're a Twitch hero. The Lana being followed. Thank you. I want to shout out a bunch of other people. Chelsea VR4 donated. And Andy Moushier gave 200 bits. Thick Diane, Astro Wolf, D Campos 3 gifted a ton of subs. Amy Casey donated $10. Thank you so much. Raven donated $5 and said, "Hi Adam, I just finished Adam Ruins Everything season 3 today, and I love the show. I just subbed today, so I hope to continue watching your stuff. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Gotta thank an anonymous cheerer for their cheer. Kira, thank you so much. Our wonderful mod Kira gave 10 bits. Royce gave 200 bits. Agger 1983 gave 100 bits. Thank you. So D Campos, crazy number of subs from D Campos as well. Joey the Jedi 92. Thank you, Mario. Used 250 bits. So kind. Who else we got here? I think I read everybody, actually. I think that was most of them. And but we still got Aquagill just donated $40. My God, thank you so much. Aquagill, $40. What the fuck? Tricker is donating 2 subs. Incredible. Folks, you're far too nice. You're far too nice. Now, I want to let you know, I am going to be on Saturday. I'm going to be tweeting on this, but I'm going to be streaming with the Hot Gamer Collective. We're going to be doing a stream for mutual aid societies in Texas. So please tune in for that. And donate things to that, because those are the folks who truly, truly need it. So thank you so much if you're able to do that. The Lana Bean said, "This show's amazing not only for the comedy but also the kindness people have," and I cannot echo that more. I really, really appreciate that. This has been a massive show in terms of comedy, in terms of the donations and subs we've gotten from folks. Y'all are super amazing. I'm going to be able to pay the comics a little extra tonight, so I thank you for that. And oh God, this show is just so much fun to do. It gets better week to week. I hope you come back once again every Thursday at 6 p.m. I got to wind it down because I've been streaming for an hour and 20. I've been yelling really hard, and I need to order some dinner. Let me place my dinner order while I continue chatting with you here. We want this spicy. We want the Mapo tofu spicy. And then later I'm going to poop tofu, as I said. Great. Here we go. Making that order. Yet to do. What else can I get from them? Ooh, I'm going to get some taro milk tea. No, I'm not. I don't need taro milk tea. That's too much. I don't need the taro milk tea. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip the taro milk tea. Too much. Okay, view order. Maybe I should get some like little mushrooms on the side or something. Oh my gosh. I was shouting so much. Aquagill donated $40. Can't believe it. Taro milk tea is good. Good choice. That stuff is like 600 calories. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't need it. I don't need it today. I just need to clonk out and watch a silly movie. You know what I mean? That's all I got to do today. Where's the sides here? I thought they had some sides. Sorry to do this in front of you. Oh, yeah, there we go. Traditional cold appetizers. They got 5 spice bamboo, daikon pickles, seaweed. I'm going to get some woodier mushrooms on the side there. And some daikon pickles. Boom. And we're going to place the order. And we're going to do it on Seamless, even though they supported Prop 22, which is terrible. Now, look at how fucking shitty this is. It now says leave an optional tip on top of driver benefits, and it has reduced the suggested tips, like a bunch of fucking assholes, and I have to go in and type that I want to tip $20. I only use these services now because I tip fucking $20 every time I use them, because I'm revolted by these fucking companies that are ripping off these poor fucking restaurants and service people. Seamless is the worst, but there's no other way to order food around here anymore, unless it's by DoorDash or Postmates, which are both worse. Shout out to Kyle for mentioning tonight on Never Seen It. That's awesome. I'm so glad that he did. Any go-to comedy movies I'd recommend? Oh, I love comedy movies. Oh, God. I sounded like an alien. Yes, I love comedy movies. What do I love? I love, What's my favorite comedy movie? I liked Borat too. I thought it was really good. Oh, Win the Fox. I get sad at the Jabs of Furcon. Does a lot of good, raising money for animal rescues, bringing cheer at hospitals, charity auctions, and more. All everyone knows this is what the horny 20-something-year-old guys do. Alas, reality is what it is. Win the Fox. I hear you. Furries are wonderful folks, and as I myself know, and the sexuality of some furries is very funny. And that's why comedians tend to focus on it. I myself did a series for College Humor called Furry Force. That was a parody of that sort of thing. And it was very funny. And guess what? The furry community loved it, and they gave us a fucking award one year. And we were at an Ursa Major award, which was amazing. And so I love the furry community, and I'm sure so does Zell. So you remember that Astro Wolf. Cool. Oh, and Astro Wolf, are you also furry? Look at this. Sex is funny. Oh, Furry versus Brilliant. I'm so glad you liked it. And come on, it is funny to have the volleyball team going with the FurCon. That is funny. All right, folks. I'm going to have to call it there. I made my order. We had a wonderful show tonight. I hope you all had a great time. Let's do a raid. Let's pick someone to raid here, huh? Can we get a raid going? Oh, God. So I do a screen share in order to do this show. Let's find our raid here. Oh, we got to raid our buddies at the... You guys want to watch some role-playing? We go watch our buddies at the Neptune Society. Jared Logan's incredible raid, his incredible RPG stream that I'm a part of sometimes. Or we could go visit my friend... Netflix fan
Victory.
who's doing Anime Club.
Why don't you come?
Anime? What are they watching?
Oh,
They're watching Devilman. You guys want to watch some Devilman? Or what else? Yeah. Any other ideas? Anything works, people say. Okay, let's raid Stream of Blood. We're gonna raid Stream of Blood because that's more comedians playing.
so you've woken up.
Oh.
Am I even alive?
Oh,
They are playing. We got some amazing. Oh, Eliza Skinner and Will Weldon, incredibly funny comedians, and they're playing Call of Cthulhu, set in 1869. So that's who we're gonna raid. Kaboom! Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go over there with our raid. Yeah. Love the part with the cum, Mr. Conover. Thank you so much. All right, have a good one.